going to talk about everyone's favorite topic, talent accumulation, recruiting. Spring transfer portal window opens here in like less than 2 weeks. I believe it opens on the 15th. And so that's like coming right down the chimney pretty quickly. And for Kentucky, I think they're going to be a potential active shopper. I think you could see some two-way shopping. Kentucky, I have them at 86 scholarships as of right now. And I think they're probably going to lose some players, but I definitely think they're going to gain some players as well. Now, what positions will they add? And that was really a popular question. What's a position of need we may grab once the portal back opens? Ask Rev Jones 22 on the board. And then SEC first asked, statistically, UK had one of the worst secondaries in the SEC last year. I think these questions go hand in hand. They've lost Andrew Phillips to the draft, but they only added Christian Story out of the portal. He's going to play safety. So what's the deal there, really? And to me, this is interesting because Kentucky did not add a cornerback in the winter portal window, and I think it's pretty obvious that was a massive need for them. They're instead rolling the dice, and I think early in camp, or at least in spring camp, Jansen Dunn's been one of the bigger winners here. And I think he's going to play a role there. He already mentioned today he's kind of playing the Andrew Phillips role. He's playing both inside and outside. He's the favorite, I think, to be their starting nickel this season. But what happens? Is he going to be the starting cornerback? Is he going to be like Andrew Phillips where he's going inside, outside? That's to be determined. I asked Brad White about J.Q. Hardaway today, and it was pretty much a non-answer. I'm not really saying how he's doing or what's going on there with him. So I think really at cornerback, it's kind of wide open. And I think you're going to see them go out and add a guy that can potentially come in here, I think, and start. But I think one thing that's been established is Jansen Dunn's going to play, whether it's outside cornerback or slot cornerback there. And that's got an issue got to get fixed. I do wonder, like, what if you would ask, why wouldn't Kentucky just really hammer away this position and add a bunch of guys? I think when you look at their roster, they've got 15 scholarships spent right now in the secondary room. I've got them with 8 cornerbacks and 7 safeties. Safety play was also a disappointment, I thought, but they returned Zion Childress, Jordan Lovett, Ty Bryant. And so I think they're banking on some talent development there. Add Christian Story there. And then in the cornerback room, they return Jansen Dunn, Maxwell Harrison, Jordan Robinson, J.Q. Hardaway. All those guys play snap. Nasir Addison's also a guy there. And then they have 3 freshmen, true freshmen. So I think they're banking a little bit on their talent development there, but I do think that this is going to be a position where we see them address in the portal. Elsewhere, I think offensive line is obviously a spot. On Wednesday night, Anthony Crease was a junior college transfer. He committed to SMU. He had official visits, I believe, scheduled for Syracuse and then Kentucky coming up. So that was a guy Kentucky wanted, and he's going to SMU. He's going to play in the ACC next year. And so I think tackle is something they're definitely going to look at here once the portal opens. I wouldn't even say guards out of the picture if they find a good fit there. So definitely offensive line, I could definitely see. Definitely cornerback. And then I think the other one possibly is tailback. We're going to get into this a little bit, but Jason Patterson is just, and really the freshman class in general, something I'm going to touch on later. But they have been a pretty big storyline, to me at least, during spring ball. That class looks like a hit very early. And I think Patterson is going to have a role in this offense. So you add him with Ohio State transfer Chip Trayanum, obviously, and then NC State transfer Demi Sumo-Karngbays in year 2 is kind of your third down back, I think, for offensive coordinator Bush Hamdan. But I think running back could be something they look at there because they're pretty unproven there after really all around, but Chip Trayanum's probably played the most, but they're unproven there. But I think they like Jason Patterson. If you're running with the ones already, that's a really good sign to me, at least, for him moving forward.